Okay, I'm coming. Where's my webcam? Man, I'm so late. Okay, here we go. There it is. Alright. Need to make sure everything's fine on the vertical and the horizontal. Let's go full screen here. And welcome on in to anybody that comes up in here. Yeah, Shambler saying a live stream. Let's take out the chat. Said this is a nice surprise. We got the Pokemon. It's the Pokemon Presents. Essentially, so you could tell me if the audio is good, Sham. Just a voice and game, not game. Voice and presentation. It's early. It's early for me, man. Let's see. I'll say, hey everyone. I haven't even put out the Discord. Please join to watch with me.
Hello everyone. I'm
there
Ishihara
we go.
From the Pokemon Company.
It's Ishihara.
February 27 is Pokemon Day.
And we still can't get cards.
Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green
Okay,
games were first released in Japan, marking the beginning of the Pokemon series.
I'm almost done with everything behind the scenes.
In those first two titles, 151
Pokemon
made their appearance.
Needs that, okay.
Now, a total
We are on
of
vertical and horizontal.
1,025 Pokemon have been discovered. And these diverse Pokemon have been part of the stories trainers worldwide have been able to experience.
Are we good on audio, Shambloop?
This year marks the Pokemon series' 30th, a milestone reached because of your support. Thank you.
But yeah, today is the 30th anniversary, the official day.
We all enjoy seeing how
for
Pokemon continues to evolve.
Let's see, I'll move me there.
In today's broadcast, we'll share all the latest news about Pokemon.
Let's take out those, because it looks like they are already doing closed caption. So we'll only react right here. You said sounds good to you, still can't get cards. Yep, exactly. Still can't get cards in this day and age. It's Pokemon Day, yet you can't get cards. I have to make sure my stream looks okay on the vertical too, so I'll pull it up on my phone. This was my days, the Game Boy. God, I love that. I just love the look of that. So is this going to be for Fire Red? Or are we actually going red and blue? Whoa. What in the Sigma? Oh, it's like its own display. Dude, they're gonna get me to get all of this. What in the...
I'm Junichi Masuda, and I handle the music and sound effects for the Pokemon Red.
I love Masuda-san, you guys. I know people that have met this dude.
You can now play all 45 songs from the games on the small player inspired by the Game Boy system. We took particular care to make the audio sound just like Game Boy.
Okay.
So I hope you enjoy listening while swapping out cartridges.
Now I think I have all my tests down. Let me hear what this sounds like. Yeah, okay. The audio does sound pretty good.
Happy Pokemon Day.
This is Chris Brown, unfortunate name, I always say. Let's see, it looks like my webcam needs to have a little bit of that.
Which will be taking place
filters.
Our new
Man, I hate being so late to this.
Pokemon
Okay,
Expo
let's take
in
this
San Francisco.
down. Smoothness.
The 2026 Pokemon World Championships
Alright.
will once again welcome nearly 3,000 competitors from all over the
So
world.
yeah, this is always bitter.
Competitors
Chris
in the
Brown
video
is a
game
good dude.
championships will battle for the first time
I just don't
Pokemon
cast on
champions.
Pokemon Unites anymore.
While their
Pokemon
fellow
Champions looks
competitors will
dope.
battle
This
for the
is, I am
Pokemon
interested in
trading
that.
card
Very
game, Pokemon Go,
interested.
and Pokemon Unite. Each of the final matches of these games will be held at the Chase Center, an arena that's 3 times the size as last year's finals. Years ago, we started on a mission to create the most exciting Pokemon event for our competitors and their families. As the World Championships evolved, we saw an opportunity to expand even further and deliver a one-of-a-kind experience where trainers around the world can come together in celebrating their fandom. As we celebrate 30 years of Pokemon, we invite all of you to the inaugural Pokemon XP event.
Okay, so
Fans
yeah,
of all
they're
ages
renaming it Pokemon
activities,
XP. I can't even remember why. I think it's
interactive
Experience, but it's just like,
demonstrating,
what was wrong with what we had? I guess
unique panels,
calling it
hands-on
Worlds,
workshops,
you know, competes with
exciting
League of
partner
Legends, I
collaborations,
think.
And of course, visiting the Pokemon Center pop-up
If there's
store.
anything Pokemon loves,
Celebrate
it's
this
control and being
today,
different.
we're giving a first
They
look
love to be
at
different.
A truly special piece of art illustrating Pokemon XP alongside the highly anticipated World Championships.
That is beautiful. No doubt, but I have never been to a Pokemon Worlds or XP.
Or from home on our live stream. We can't wait to see you this August. Thank you, Pokemon trainers.
You are welcome. We're probably gonna have a lot of those. Alright, is this TCG Pocket? Okay, it's the real trading card game, so Shamlet, you watching this? Oh, no way are we bringing back base set. I would love that. But there's Lugia and Palkia, so that's not base. Dang, so this is probably the celebrations then. Chandler said, heck yeah. So in the 25th and the 20th, they had a celebration set. Man, these are some of the dope cards. I love those that have like double, like tag team. Got Zekrom and Pikachu. Man, this looks awesome. So this is probably announcing the 30th. Mewtwo. Mew. The future awaits! Holy, the colors on that Mew are dope. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Those are going to be the big hits. Alright, yep. Coming in 2026. We basically knew that. But they just confirmed it. Okay. Yes, Pokemon Go. While Pokemon is a franchise celebrating 30th, Pokemon Go has been here for 10 years, which is insane for a mobile game. That'll be in July. So it'll be the 10th anniversary of Pokemon Go.
A huge range of Pokemon that have appeared in Pokemon Go so far will return. And there's a 2-day Pokemon Go tour event starting tomorrow.
Yes?
We also have a promo code to share.
Oh, really? Okay, is that all you're gonna say about Pokemon Go? They probably could go more in depth, but I mean, it's a little bit soon, because in July is the true 10th. Yes, come on. Oh, okay, it's Pokemon Masters. I actually play this app. I don't think a lot of people do that I know, but it actually still has a user base, which is crazy.
Let your curiosity shine!
Okay. Honey Badger and the Witness said 10 years I've been playing Pogo. Yeah, isn't that crazy? We've all been doing this for...
Masters EX.
Yeah, I was just listening to that. We've all been doing this for 10 years? That's nuts in July. My son played this game for a while. This is the Cafe remix if you want to be technical. Okay, so they're just going with the starters from each region. That's cute. Look at that. My son would love that Squirtle right there. I couldn't get too far into this one. It's crazy because I usually love the Pokemon spin-offs, and that's what I'm looking for in this Presents today, is I am looking for like maybe a new spin-off that's coming. I love the little spin-off experiences, the apps, you know, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Sleep. No way, we're gonna go Mew in Pokemon Sleep? What? They've had a lot of stuff. You know, they've had Darkrai already. They've had a lot of those legendaries. What? The Riolu's like... Look at this. Wake the... up. Mew missions beginning tonight, you guys. So if you play Pokemon Sleep... I still haven't checked my sleep for today, because, man, I just woke up and was like, I'm late. I gotta get down here.
Pokemon Day, Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno.
So this is the one that hurts the most. Pokemon Unite. I was part of the community. I was essentially accepted by Pokemon and then rejected by them. So I will, on an ego trip, always dislike Unite, I think, for that. But it also has a lot of problems. Pokemon Unite has a lot of problems that people know about. And so I think even people who love Unite... they have some problems with it too, just because they will never fix this game. It's always gonna have those problems, man. You put Timmy and Tencent together. Okay, so here's Pocket. We just had a new set in this. I do encourage anyone who's tried the Pokemon card game physically to play Pokemon TCG Pocket. But it does, it's like really cool for like a month, you know, and then you start to like wane off it. You're not fully gone, but like maybe after about 3 months of playing, you're just like, I don't know, I'll play this every now and then. That's cool, though. Look at that. So we're obviously looking for... Oh, okay, I think a lot of people were looking for... Yeah. I actually was just gonna cover this game on Retro Kendo. So I've never played this game fully through. Isn't that crazy, you guys? Never played it. So I do want to play Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Mine is a not-for-resale version. So I do own the game with the manual. I don't have the poster that came with it. It is heralded as like people either love it or they like Colosseum better. They put those two against each other. That's what I always hear. But yeah, I was gonna do this game. I started recording it for Retro Kendo on the little old TV that I do for that channel. It does seem pretty dope. Like, I think it's a little bit time and place syndrome, but it'll still hold up. And now you can play it, of course. Here, it's coming in March. Okay. So it won't be today, but it'll be very soon. You can play Pokemon XD.
Hello, everyone. I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokemon
This dude's always
Company.
got that same facial expression.
I'd like to give you all some additional updates as we share the latest news on our games.
All right.
First off, we have information regarding the Pokemon Fire Red version and Pokemon Leaf Green version.
I did want to
games
play this. I
coming to
did want to
Nintendo
play
Switch.
Fire Red.
The Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Leaf Green games, remakes of the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games in Japan, were released on Game Boy Advance in 2004. Today,
Trying to
these
change
games
the-
have been
there's
made
those
available
little
to
sparkles
play
right
once
here.
more as
I'm
download
trying to get rid
exclusive
of.
titles on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2.
Hopefully that helped. But
We also
yeah,
plan to make these titles compatible with Pokemon Home. in the
okay, yeah,
future.
they wanted to make them compatible with
This way,
Pokemon
you
Home.
can bring Pokemon
See, I'm interested in
Obtained and
Pokemon
other
Champions.
RPG series titles on
I'm trying not to
adventures
talk
with
too
you.
much while he's talking.
Or you can send Pokemon to visit Pokemon Champions. We hope you look forward to it.
Yeah, I am curious about Pokemon Champions because I am not a competitive.
Next, we have some news about Pokemon Champions.
All right, here we go. I'm not a competitive Pokemon player, but I kind of am interested. And so I wonder if it would help me. I'm more competitive in Pogo. These videos are always so hardcore. Look at this. Yep, it's on mobile and Switch. That's where I would be, up in the caster's booth. All right, come on, give us a release date for this thing. Is it a doubles battle? So like 2-on-2 people? It's kind of cool. No, I think it was just a tournament. Okay. It looks decent. Like, I think it'll be good as a battle simulation. They're pretty good with their ads and stuff. They always make these things look so like hardcore and cool. They got coffee just like me, you guys. Pokemon Champions, come on. Released today? Okay, April 2026 and mobile later this year. Okay. So there were rumors that it was going to drop today. There were people trying to say it's coming in March. All of them were wrong. But the people that said it was going to be Switch first, mobile
Next
later,
up is news about
they
the
were
Mega
correct.
Dimension DLC for the Pokemon Legends ZA game.
I don't know, man.
Newest title
Pokemon
in the
Legends
Pokemon
ZA,
series.
it did not work for me.
Please take a look at this video.
And they had DLC right away. It was just like, dude, why not release the full game together? Do the DLC now, you know, like this. So I don't know, man. They definitely messed up, I think, with some ZA stuff. There's some parts that are cool. And of course, the new Mega Pokemon were awesome. Like, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Shamler's like, watching you play ZA made me not buy it. Yeah, well, I mean, to me, that is good, right? Because it saved you the money. It saved you any kind of, like, heartache that you might have with that if you were, you know, let's say, like, hardcore with Pokemon, people that love Pokemon. They might have seen that and been like, I don't want to have such a, you know, heartache of playing that and being disappointed, right? And so I think it's good, you know, that's where streamers and stuff, it can really help. And that's why I'm going to be covering Pokemon Pokopia, you guys. That's crazy, look at that. Yeah, Shambler, I want to play some Power World again, man. Man, that Darkrai was nuts. So yeah, I mean, I would love to give this game maybe another try, but I do kind of just think I'd be wasting my time. I don't think my opinion's gonna change. I really don't. It's sad. You know, I know a lot of people love this game, but it was not doing it for me, man. Yep, Mega Garchomp Z, so now we're gonna have a new Mega Garchomp. To some degree, that's cool, but also, like, Mega Lucario Z looks a lot like a Mega Lucario with a blue, you know, bluer skin and bluer hue, and this Mega Garchomp Z is kind of more like a Mega Garchomp, just with like a few adjustments, you know, like, it's tough, because usually you want to argue, like, more content is great, but I think if you're not changing too much to it, there's a fine line, because sometimes that's what you ask for. You're like, don't change it too much. But in this case, if you're gonna have a new Mega Evolution,
Mega Garchomp Z has been discovered.
I think you gotta change it up a bit more.
This mystery gift will become available for the Pokemon Legends ZA.
But who am
Mega
I,
Dimension
man? You
DLC
guys, I'm just
after
an
this
evil
presentation
Gen
concludes.
1er.
After claiming this gift, you'll be able to detect a special hyperspace distortion where you can encounter Mega Garchomp Z. You can obtain a Garchompite Z stone by winning
So
the
let's
battle
show
against
some more.
Mega Garchomp
Let's show
Z
some
in
new
the
stuff.
special pocket of hyperspace.
That's what we're looking for, right, you guys?
Next up, we have some news about Pokemon Pokopia.
Oh no, did my chat die? Are we good, you guys? But here we go, Pokemon Pokopia. Can someone confirm we still here? Yeah, my chat might have reset. Just making sure that the stream's okay. But yeah, Pokemon Pokopia, look at this. This I'm excited for. So we will be covering this on day 0 when this launches. You guys, we will be there, which means day 0 is just the second that I can get it when it goes live. I am pre-ordering. Hey, what's going on, Bridget? Says happy early morning from California. Yeah, you guys over there on West Coast. All right, so now we have a stereo Rotom. Oh, Bridget, what do you think about Pokopia?
Did it get enticed by the music and hop inside?
Says, yo!
It's really energetic and seems to go by DJ Rotom.
Man, DJ Rotom gotta talk like that.
CD in the game.
So you can play the soundtrack and stuff. That's cool. So they have their own little soundtrack system.
The town with a variety of music. Ditto and the others are grooving to the beat too.
So there's Volbeat,
Let's listen to DJ
Toxel.
Rotom's specially
These
selected
are just the new Pokemon is what I'm pointing out.
introduce you to the world of Pokemon Pokopia.
Matter of fact, I don't know if Ludicolo was confirmed yet. It might have been.
Ditto first encounters Professor Tangrowth in a wasteland that was once a town. It seems like Ditto is working alongside other Pokemon
Just
to
making some
develop the
adjustments
town.
still on the fly. We started this so
they're
early,
sure
you guys.
Fired up.
Okay. You're so excited. You got a
Of course
custom
you can't
Switch
give
2
your
to
all
just to
on an
play.
empty stomach.
Oh, Bridget Botanist, that
It
is
looks like Riolu
amazing.
wants something to eat
Man, I want to
too.
see that. If you're in the Discord, you got to do on the show and tell. I
But
want to see
how
that
do
when
you
you get
cook?
it. Oh, that's so cool. Oh boy. Is this like with Pikachu and what in the?
That's Silhouette.
Please no, I hate Greedent. I don't hate many Pokemon, but oh my gosh, I do not like Greedent. It's cooked Greedent. This Fefe Moo says who that Pokemon is Sailor
Sounds like
Fefe
everyone calls it
Pikachu.
Chef Dente.
Yes, thank you, Bridget. Oh yeah, so we'll be
Dente
playing
can
this
teach you
game.
all sorts of dishes.
Thank you so much for that subscribe. That's Valentine.
Pokemon has
Unless it's
different foods they
Valentine.
prefer.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Cramorant, Carcoal. Okay, so we have
dishes
some
will
new
even power
confirmations
up
for
your
sure.
moves when you eat them. This will make
Oh,
it even
okay.
easier to develop the town.
So now when you eat like a good food.
Try bringing Pokemon
Just
you
making sure I don't
befriended
miss
on an
something.
outing. In multiplayer mode, you can visit other players' towns.
Okay, so you can bring your
You can
Pokemon
play
with
up
you.
to 3 other
Oh.
people.
Bridget's like, ah, why do you hate him?
Let's play some hide and seek. I
It's-
wonder where everyone's hiding.
It's something about how he looks,
There
especially.
you are.
And Greedent was so annoying, just like Squavit and Greedent coming out of the trees and stuff in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I loved Pokemon Sword and Shield, but Greedent, I feel like he should just be like, hey, kids! You know, like very Chuck E. Cheese. Like.
You can transform into objects too.
Oh, so you're going to be able to do like a prop hunt.
Game of hide and
See, yeah, so they have prop hunt. They're going to call it hide and seek. Like Pokemon always loves to do something different.
You could even
Yeah, this is my kind of thing, is like making like a pixel art. They're going to make a pixel art ditto. No. Oh, what? So it's got little music notes too? Hey, Smash Killer, what's going on?
You can develop a town. Or go on far-off adventures.
Yeah, this is so much more Minecrafty now.
Await you as well.
So they have Raikou, you guys.
Every day, the world gets bigger and
Okay,
bigger.
so we hadn't seen that yet.
Developing a town, one step at a time.
Oh my gosh, there's so much here. We're gonna go back. Okay.
Available on March 5th.
Yeah, we're gonna go back when this is over, you guys, and we'll re-go over this to kind of catch a lot of those details. There was a lot right there. You could probably just take like 5 seconds of that and analyze it so far, which is what I would do for like Tomodachi Life. I took like a 4-second scene and analyzed it like, you know, for 8 minutes.
Pokemon Pokopia releases next week on Thursday, March 5th. We hope you enjoy working with Pokemon to develop a town from the ground up.
Yeah, Pokopia. I think it's gonna be fresh. Some people are like, nah.
Today, we covered all of the information you see here.
Okay, so this will be everything except for, they'll say, but.
We'd like to end our presentation today
one
with
final
final video for you all.
So you guys, this is it.
Thank you for tuning in.
Are we going to see the next generation of Pokemon? You would think that that's what's coming up next. I will shut up if there's voices, but I'll probably be talking over it if there's not speaking. Oh, thank you, Bridget. That's so nice. I'll make sure to talk to you guys a lot more in the chat, too, once this is over. I'm trying to stay with you guys, but stay in the moment here, too. That's awesome. This looks sweet. Try to look out for anything new, you guys. Looks like it's just like a lot of memories from... Let me see, like that could be like a Lola. Yeah, there's Galar. Yeah, they're going through all of them. Okay, Paldea. Alright, what we got? So is it going to be called Wind and Waves, you guys? Look at the fur on that Pikachu. Pikachu's mom and dad. You can see it has the female heart tail on that Pikachu on the right. Okay. Oh, okay, I was like, is that it? Okay, you guys, so. What's going on? We got Sailor Moon over on the YouTube side, too. So that was a clean Pikachu there. Yeah, so this looks like it. I might have to talk more about this after, but I think this is what was leaked. Yeah, look at that water. Okay. Yeah, that looks clean. That does look dope. It's like, I'm trying to be hype. It looks... Yeah, Shambler's like, what is this, a new game? Yeah, so this would be the Generation 10. I'm pretty sure this is their Gen 10, and so I think it's going to be Pokemon Wind and Waves if the, like, leaks and rumors are true. Okay, so here, look at your starters. Oh my gosh, that fire one. Fire. Okay, yeah, fire one is peak. That bird looks kind of dumb. Broat. Or is it Brout? Pombon. Water one's okay, but it looks a little... Dude, that fire starter, so much better than all of them, you guys. Pombon, you guys. Yeah, look at that. The water did look good in the leaks, and yeah, you can go under the water, so see the entire ecosystem here. Whale Lord should be much bigger than that, to be honest. Smash Color's like, thank goodness they walked back the ugly Pikachu redesign. Yeah, Pokemon Winds and Waves. There you go. So, the leaks are true. So, just know, you guys, I don't know if I'm going to say things that are spoilers or not coming up. Global simultaneous release in 2027. It'll probably be in the latter part of 2027. Shambler said it looks awesome. So we just heard a little bit of like waves right there. Potentially wind blowing too at the same time. That's presumably where it's going to end. I'm just going to keep moving my mouse in case they're like, also this. But I think that's it. So again, we're going to go over. And so I'm going to turn down the volume to a large degree, I'd say, of... let's go back to Wind and Waves first, just because we just saw that. And that is hype, you know, so I think that that's good. And Shambler was saying it looks awesome. He said it looks better than ZA. Felicia Wallace saying, I thought Pokemon was gone when Ash finally won the championship. I like Pombon and that Greco. Yeah, we're going to have to look at... Let's get a look at them starters right now. Let's fast forward to that part. Okay. So yeah, that's either Broat or Brout. It might be Brout because it's got the brow. Okay, so Pombon, definitely the one. Now, a lot of people don't like to pick a starter until they know, of course, what's the final evolution look like, some of the middle. So there's Gekwa. It's like Aqua and Gecko. The thing is that I think this was... So there were two different kind of choices or whatever of like where this region was supposed to sort of look like. You know how Galar is like the United Kingdom, you know, Alola is very like Hawaii. You know how they base them off of things, Lumio City and stuff. It's like France with the Eiffel Tower. So this game, I remember they were trying to make it be that it was going to be like Greece, like that was one. And then I think the other leak was saying that it could be Indonesia, I believe. And so we do need to check. Gekwa might be your GOAT Galaxy. What's going on? Yeah, Gekwa, to me, it goes Pombon, Gekwa, and then Brout. Brout looks dumb, which is whack because I really liked Rowlet, for example. Like a flying grass bird is usually dope, but we've already had that, you know, with Rowlet, and Brout's design just kind of looks meh. Okay, so here, this is what I was going to say is like, is this really Greece or Indonesia? Look at that. So isn't this very, what is that place? Why am I, it's so early, so I'm just like, goy. Not Jamaica. I'm thinking of something. Bahamas. Is this like the Bahamas right there and stuff? So that's the thing when you think about wind and waves, right? Like, does that really make you think of like Greece and stuff? I don't know about Indonesia. I'm not crazy actually knowledgeable of Indonesia as a place, so as a destination. Felicia saying, when I think of wind and waves, I think of beach in a way. It gives you Bali. Bali! Thank you. Man. See, I'm just like, what? Bahamas doesn't sound right either. But yeah, Bali. So we need to look at all of this. See, like when you see buildings like that, like this is going to be indicative of the style. Because like to me, that does look, it's like tropical and all that stuff, but we're not fully leaning into that. So like, look at the plants. Try to look at everything now. You know, not just where they make your eye go, but look on the outskirts of the screen. We'll play this through maybe a few times. That's what you're looking for. So this is just my tips when you do an analysis video too. It's like, you do watch it once over, you know, just normal, like we all just did. But then you watch it again and again as much as you want. Looking at all the outside, so like, look where your eye does not typically want to go, so look to the sides especially. And so kind of take in the environment of it. And again, I turned the volume way down, so if someone's like, I can't really hear it, that's fine. You know, we could watch it through with volume if you guys wanted, you know. We now just, this is our time now. Okay, yeah, that water. I hope that that's not just like a cinematic. Like, please let the game look like that. Because then they zoom in here and it looks a little bit more like the game. See, like this. Now that looks good and all, but I'm not sure. That could probably be cinematic-y too. I'm not sure if that's like, because they always give you that, not representative of real gameplay and stuff, you know, like, okay. So yeah, Pokemon Winds and Waves. I was a little, my thinking was like, wouldn't it be great if all the leaks were wrong and it was not Winds and Waves, you know? Like, could you imagine that? It's like, after all this time that people have been saying that, I don't know if anybody else follows leaks and rumors. I myself, I do, to be honest, I do. Pina Colada Pikachu, yeah, that's the new regional variant. It's Pinachu. That sounds like penis or something. Okay. So yeah, I mean, just look at all of that. So to me, this building that's directly above me, right there, that looks more important, right? It's like very flashy and stuff. So this sort of thing could be like your gyms, or it could be one of those Pokemon League HQ, or it could be, you know, I guess I'm just trying to say that this is probably one of the more important, like, or one of the buildings you're actually going to go inside and be a little bit more important. The world definitely does look more fleshed out, right? Because you think even, like, Scarlet and Violet, even, Sword and Shield, I'm trying to think of the more recent, you know, Switch games and stuff like that. The towns are generally still, they feel still like they are small, right? And so to me, if this was it, then yeah, that would be small. But it does seem like just the spacing and stuff, like, look, there's water right there. I presume we're going to be able to, like, swim, you know, because they're having you go under. It's called Winds and Waves, but they had you go underwater. And so I think this is like a big focal point too, is, you know, look at that. It's like they were very deliberate in that, okay, we see the water and then boom, we go in it, you know? Because that's something that's not very Pokemon up until now. It's like, yes, in Pokemon Snap or something, but like, you always had to fish, you know? So now we're actually going underneath the water. And so it's like, well, are we going to be able to throw and catch things underwater? Probably yes. You're probably going to have a battle experience underwater. Yeah, you said that would be diabolical. They did a Uno reverse. Oh man, if they just said something like, you know, it's Pokemon, I don't know. I can't think of a name right now this early. Oh, I was going to pause it right there. Let's see. Let's go back to that Pombon scene. These actually, yeah, Sailor Moon was saying, yeah, Bali is very tropical, but definitely like an island, you know. You said especially the lava reminds me of a volcano. Okay. Yeah, definitely island type themes. You said if we get to swim, it would be amazing. Yeah, I think that this is going to be along that lines, because here, look at this. Yeah, see, like, this is like one of those things you'd walk out on, and there's like all these little residences, you know, these foofy people would pay to stay there, and you could probably see the, like, fish underneath, you know, with a glass floor. This is very, they made it look very, like, similar to the real world resort. Yeah, so just kind of look at the environments here as I'm, like, continuously pausing. Yeah, there's a beautiful waterfall right there. Okay. So yeah, we don't get to see much further than this, unfortunately. I wanted it to go a little bit further so we could see this building over here. But you have to wonder, it's like, you know, did we see the Pokemon Center earlier? See here, soak all that in as I go. There's something back here. Wait, y'all can't see my cursor, can you? Okay. I'm going to bring my cursor to the scene. Okay, so just in case, you guys should be able to see it. Oh, there it is. Okay, I had to click. So I was trying to highlight here we go. Just 1 second. Okay, so yeah, like look at right there, for instance. There's often these little nuggets when you're analyzing stuff. When Brout was coming up right here. Brout looks like a scrub. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, okay, that's probably another flower. I was like, what is that? Yeah, it's probably another... just a big flower. What are you guys thinking? Even that scene with Pombon, it looks like a resort. Yeah, definitely they're leaning into that. But then here, look at this. This is very like swamp-like. Here, we'll try to play that back a little slower. Okay. So yeah, they didn't show any other new Pokemon other than the starters. And that's fine, you know, especially if it's coming out in 2027 and not this year, which is good, by the way. That's good. Let them cook, you know. They put out Pokemon games very, very often, so like let them cook, you know? But this, to me, you know, very swamp-like. Let's see. He said Brow's eyeballs throwing you off. Yeah, they wanted it to have like this very big brow. Not quite unibrow, I don't think, but basically. Look at that lava, you guys. That looks kind of high quality. And again, you have to be a little suspicious sometimes. You know, they are trying to make this look as good as possible. The Pokemon for the Paldea region, so Scarlet and Violet, when that came out and they had the initial trailers and stuff, man, did they make that look just amazing. And it ended up being what it ended up being. I was not a huge fan of Scarlet and Violet, unfortunately. So Pokemon has some, I feel like it kind of needs to prove itself, just to me, you know, and maybe people like Shambler or something who, you know, people who have more of like an open mind towards it and stuff where it could go either way. Felicia said, I need them to work on better Pokemon names and design. So if they're going to come out in 2027, then they better cook. I think it's tough. Like, it's weird because people are like, well, they have like the biggest franchise. You know, it is literally like the biggest media franchise of all time now. Like, it is the top as far as just like revenue and stuff. But their development budget, they put a smaller portion into the development than they do into the things around development. So that would be marketing, typically is around development, but merchandising, which is part of marketing, and then maybe some of the other logistics. But like, the thing about that is it's like, put more into the development because that can market itself if the development is really good, right? So like, they should at least balance that out more. But you know, I think Legends EA was like 13 billion, which sounds like a lot. I mean, hell, I'll take 13 billion. But like, in terms of the highest grossing franchise and whatnot, the 13 billion, yeah, it like helped. I think it was probably decent, you know. And again, 13 billion, nothing to sneeze at, right? Like, or was it million? I can't remember, you guys. I might have my billions and millions confused, but like, it was 13. And yeah, it's way too early for me. Let's actually look that up right here so I can, because I shouldn't mislead people on that. That's a pretty key point. So let's see, development budget. You guys, I'm just Googling for Pokemon Legends EA. Okay, 13 million. Yeah, billion. Am I crazy? Smash Killer said, hoping they kept Charizard's redesign, though. I love Charizard. People always hate on Charizard, you know, because they're like, oh, they overuse it. Yeah, thank you, Felicia Wallace, saying I agree with you on that. It's, to me, it seems like common sense, doesn't it? Okay, instead of staying on this one scene, I'll explain why I stopped here. So, yeah, you're like, Kendall, wake up. You see, I'm having problems, man. And that was my problem also, is that I woke up today and it was like, ugh, I did not get enough sleep, and then I had to rush down here to do this. So yeah, I was paused on this scene because right here, again, this is another look at whatever that building is, and you see how it's just like so many floors and whatnot. So again, this could be, we should see if it's the same building from that other scene a little bit further ahead. So keep in mind what this looks like, and let's see if it was the same. Yeah, sorry guys, I am scatterbrained AF. Okay, where was that? Did we miss it already? Yeah, we missed it already. Now we already all forgot probably what that scene looked like. You said you think it was? Yeah, so probably, because if it's a building that was in that same scene, look at that. Dang. So that would more likely make you believe that that's probably not the gym's universal design, right, for gyms. So here, we did want to pause on that. So let's, first off, look at that. So like, it looks like a balloon, right? But it's just like, I think it's one big Yeah, it's tough to say. So this is your Pokemon Center and Pokemart right here, you guys. So you can tell that just by the, first off, the layout. You got somebody, like, they always have someone right at the center. I'm surprised it's not like robots or something, a self-serve kiosk, you know, in this day and age. But you also see the Pokeball icon with the shopping cart icon. So that's something you can always look out for if you're just analyzing these things. One thing we can say, though, is just, again, you know, look at the people and look at the environment. Sailor Moon had it, you know, pretty on lock, and I was trying to think of it in my sleepy haze here, or waking up haze, whatever you want to call that. But, yeah, so clearly just very resort-like, at least at the bare minimum. But, yeah, something like Bali. And so, like I say, I think that this is good, you know, like that fits the theme and that makes sense. I did wonder, if it's a resort, it probably wouldn't be like robots and self-serve kiosks. I'm just thinking more of like, are they going to lean into like the world? Sometimes Pokemon leans into whatever the trend might be, right? So like Legends ZA had a lot of the trends of style, right? So it was like very Gen Z style and like what people wear nowadays with those jeans, especially that like very baggy at the near the ankles jeans and stuff. It's kind of like Jinko coming back from the 90s or something. But I guess that's 90s 2000s. But yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is sometimes they'll like make a commentary on that. You know, Galar even had some of it with like, okay, this is Cursula because of like global warming. These things happen. You know, so like sometimes again they make like it's almost political, but like more societal comment through their games, you know. But here, you know, so far we're not seeing like AI or robot takeover. They keep doing this. Okay, let's see. So yeah, that was cool. We'll go to Pokopia next. Let's just watch this through one more time. We'll watch through Winds and Waves one more time. So you can see right there was already just like a little small like residence right out there in the middle of the water. So that's the building, man. It's just like such a resort. So that might be like where you literally start off from, or it's just like this kind of hub, very central to it. It's kind of like the Lumio City of this game. Yeah, just it's beautiful. It's very, very well done. See, I like that. It looks very like Pal World with the waterfall and stuff and the environment around it, and I love Pal World, you guys. So there's that building again. That was the scene I was looking for, but yeah, I think that's it. Man, look at that. Yep, so we're gonna have some beach action. My job is beach, you guys. My job is beach in this game. Winds and Waves, and they can't go back to Hawaii, right? So it's like, I think that's a good call. It's like we're not going to have a Lola again and make it be like Hawaii, you know? I don't think. And so, yeah, this is... Look at those little, like, island spots. So that'll be the big gimmick, I'm sure. Something with swimming underwater. That does look awesome, though. You know, you had Krabby down there. Yeah, Smash earlier was saying I love Charizard, but his redesign literally looks like it was ripped straight from his 90s card art. Charizard is just fresh, and for me, having Charmander is my favorite Pokemon of all time. It's like, kind of by proximity, I have to love Charizard. So yeah, that was good. Global simultaneous release coming then. So I'm going to really turn the volume down for Pokopia because there was some talking on their part, but remember, if we want to increase the volume and watch again, we can. But while we just kind of analyze, so this is going to be very much Shambler said I didn't get any cars from yesterday. I got one of the bundles. Okay, let's see. So we learned that this was the stereo Rotom, which is great. We need to actually hear how they say Rotom, because I hear people say Rotom and then I hear people say Rotom. I think it's Rotom, you guys.
Is that curious-looking stereo of Rotom?
Yep, she said a
Didn't
Rotom.
get
So yeah, it
enticed by
is
the
Rotom, you guys. Don't be saying Rotom. All right? It sounds like another word if you put CR in front of that. I mean, SC in front of that. Rotom scrotum. Okay, so yeah, so that was cool. That's gonna be like a thing. I don't know if I'm gonna get too into it, but yeah, you can have like a little island party and stuff. Felicia said, my niece is now collecting Pokemon cards. This is a proud auntie moment. That is great. Yeah, my nephew's niece is getting into it. Little Kendo is liking it, but you can't get cards anymore, man. Everybody, you got them finance bros going at it. Honey Badger said ice cream truck. That was very much like, I would love a ice cream truck that was a Pokemon cards truck, you know? I always thought, man, it'd be so cool to do that. So that was actually, we'll go back to that scene.
Wow, they're sure fired up.
Right here. So this is showing us some more of the crops. So I think we would assume, right, that there was going to be more. But before, all they had was like these beans right here. So it's like those bean crops were the kind of the only thing that they had shown up until now. But it looks like we have like wheat, which I am covering up a little bit. But you can see, you know, there's my mouse cursor all up in here. Looks like even little tomatoes and whatnot. And so you would think, like, wait, shouldn't these be like Pokemon, you know, actual Pokemon universe foods and stuff? And, you know, yes, it could be, but like the beans were not. So I think the literal crops that you make out of the ground are just going to be kind of more generic, like foods, right? What I mean is not Pokemon universe types of things, which was what I'm going to get to, is your trees and whatnot, and even some of your decor is going to have the berries. So you think about Lepa berries. We've seen a lot of that so far. Can't give it your all on an empty stomach. It looked like they just pulled out like an onion. Yeah, a Pokemon card truck would be fire, but also a big target for theft. Yeah, they'd be straight up sticking you up. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I mean, the ice cream truck slanging a bag, you know what I'm saying? Like they slang a bag over in my neighborhood when I was a kid. But yeah, so you are going to have access to like essentially sort of like an Animal Crossing New Horizons orchard, you know, but with the various berries of the Pokemon universe. Y'all, let's make me a little bigger. I don't know if that's important to you guys to see old Kendo. Emphasis on old.
Riolu wants something to eat.
Okay, so Riolu wants something to eat. Felicia wants to say Lamau. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You get a fresh bag of hair on speed. All right, so yeah, I really love fresh carrots. Get me a carrot. So yeah. Wouldn't bread that's made with carrots taste amazing? Yeah, I guess. That's like a carrot cake, kind of. Okay.
If you ever bake some bread like that, could you save a loaf for me?
How do you cook?
And this is where they show my enemy, Greedent. You guys, you are never old, Kendo. Oh, trust me. I wish that was true, girl. I appreciate that, but trust me when I say, you know, if I laugh the wrong way, it's a life or death situation. That's when you know you was old. You old as truck. All right.
Cheers, Greedent. Hey, kids, I'm gonna cook you some food.
Damn you, Greedent.
A Greedent appeared.
Don't you just,
it sounds like
you know,
everyone calls it Chef Dente.
Chef Dente. Don't you just want to, like, punch Greedent a little bit? Okay.
How precious you are, saying something so sweet.
Okay, so that was actually a confirmation. We had a confirmation of Dartrix. Shut up, Greedent. Okay, there it was. Look at that, man. You got this nice big bowl of salad. Shambles has such a punchable face, and Felicia's laughing in there. Alright, let's see. So yeah, I mean, we kind of knew this, but some of the rocks in the environment, like when you smash them, they'll have different, if you can see it like this, can y'all see my mouse cursor? Why can't you guys see this unless I click? It's like if I click off, it's so whack. Alright, let's see. So yeah, right, up there was a rock that, you know, it's like when you punch certain rocks, you'll get other materials. That's very Minecrafty. But there's like the lepa berries in the trees.
Pokemon has different food.
Man, Charmander straight up eating steak. They eating much better than me. this was a cool scene because we did get the confirmation. You know, seeing Dartrix earlier, you would think like, okay, so there's a potential for a lot more of the first partner Pokemon, otherwise known as starters, because then we also have Scorbunny, and I think I am indeed blocking Scorbunny for the horizontal viewers, so right there, Scorbunny chilling in the bottom left. So yeah, this game, I think it's actually going to have a decent size roster, which is good. You know, you want that, but I think it actually would have been able to survive even without that. So it's just, I'm saying that it's all the better that it does have it. Venomoth is up in there. Yeah, here we go.
Pokemon you've befriended on an outing. In multiplayer mode?
Yeah, this was the interesting part. So we knew you could go visit other people. Oh, the thing is, Arlo is the tops of dislike, but Greedent would be like his Pokemon. So, you know, it's like they go hand in hand. Those scrubs. All right. So I don't know why it keeps wanting me to restart the whole presentation, but that makes us lose our spot if we don't do it carefully. Okay, so like the multiplayer, yeah, is right here. Okay. So this was kind of a big thing because we've seen multiplayer and whatnot. Bridget, thank you so much. Says gotta go to work. It was nice hanging out. It was so nice. Thank you so much for being here. We are gonna end soon anyway, so you won't miss too much, Bridget. And yeah, I'm hoping I get like an analysis of this probably just a Pokopia. I don't think I'm gonna do Winds and Waves. It's just too much work is on my hands already, you know. So yeah, this is just me doing some initial brain storming and brain work for it. So yeah, like I said, we had seen multiplayer already, but we didn't see this screen right here. So that's very likely how it's going to load up. But now we've learned that you can actually take a Pokemon from your island and or your own file. I guess that'll be useful if you want to use their abilities, but like... there's something in me that's like, it would have like anxiety of being like, is my Pokemon gonna get left on the island, my friend's island? But no, that's just anxiety. So yeah, this was interesting. They're gonna have a prop hunt mode. So anybody that doesn't know prop hunt, it is like a hide and seek, but you would literally look like something of the world. Isn't that a Gmod thing? So didn't it start with Gary's mod? But other games have used like similar things, and yeah, so now you're going to have, of course, Pokemon's never, ever going to use the terminology of other games. So a good example was Pokemon Unite. They did not even call it a MOBA, which of course is multiplayer online battle arena game. So you think about League of Legends and all that, right? They didn't, you know, call it a MOBA. They called it it was something like multiplayer battler, you know, something like that. But aside from that, like a very obvious thing would have been like top lane, middle lane, bottom lane. Everyone in the MOBA spaces says lane. But Pokemon and Pokemon Unite with Timmy and Tencent, they made sure to call it path. It had to be called path. Pokemon loves to do stuff like that, right? So it's like, copy a mechanic almost directly from some other game, put it into their own universe, and then call it something way different terminology, but it's still the same, right? Path and lane basically gonna mean the same thing, but they would not let you say lane. So as a commentator, I couldn't say the top lane, you know, when I commentated Pokemon Unite. You had to say the top path, the middle path. You couldn't call it the jungle, you know, when you're jungling, you had to call it the central area. So if you ever want to be in the good graces of a Nintendo system, this could go for any video games, but like anybody that's like an aspiring caster or like a creator, you know, if you want to get the attention of the company of the game that you're playing, use their direct terminology, you know? You got to use their direct terminology. If they say path, pay attention to that, you know? And so like I've been saying island, for example, like literally call this a town, you know, don't call this an island.
New encounters may await you.
Because that's Animal Crossing New Horizons, right? Now that would at least be copying a Nintendo proximity to a Nintendo game, right? You know, if they called it an island. You remember Pokemon Unite? Yeah, that game. Major disappointment. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. So you have like a ski lift, like a chair lift. Look at this. Coming up right after Raikou. See, yeah, look at that. So that's actually also, this looks like a bunch of scrap. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor, but we saw like there's a fire hydrant right here. This literally just looks like it's more just intended to be a tower of like scrap. But yeah, you can actually have a chairlift to go. That's going to be crazy because people can custom make their quote-unquote island, but their town, their world, you know, whatever Minecraft terminology you want to use and stuff too. But this game's not going to use Minecraft terminology, at least not too much. But yeah, it's they keep making me restart, damn you. But yeah, that's crazy because people are going to be able to chairlift and basically make 2 separate islands, 3 separate islands, like worlds. It depends on how far you can go with it. Is it like Minecraft, where you can like literally go incredibly far, like to the edge of the earth? That would be nuts. But yeah, they have even that, like those little note blocks. That's insane, man. And so yeah, there is a little like sign, which is like the bulletin board for Animal Crossing. There's a lot here, which is crazy because they've already shown a lot of this game already to a degree. So the fact that they still showing off stuff, we can become Graveler. And that is basically like Rock Smash, but now we got Graveler. So those scenes that move really quickly like that, those are going to be just a plethora of like analysis, because you know, look at how quickly they turned from some of these scenes after this one. So there we can become Magnemite. But yeah, like look at that, for instance. You know, there's Tatsugiri up top. There's all different forms. If I might be covering it, but there's a yellow Tatsugiri. They got the orange and then red. This is crazy. So yeah, Piplup's in there. I mean, look at this. You would miss that there's like all these, you see all the berries and stuff, but then there's Sprigatito. So we even have the Paldea stars. I feel like they're going to have the first partner Pokemon of potentially every game, which would be good, because then imagine they leave out one game. Someone would be like, they don't have the Hoenn ones or something, you know, but like here's the Johto, because you got Quilava right there. So you got the Johto. You say, yeah, this might be an interesting game. So I'll be covering this game, like I said, on the channel. This game, Pokemon Pokopia and Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, you guys, those are going to be, you know, very big focus for the channel. They already have been, I'm just saying. We will be streaming those. So if you're on the fence about either of them, or you just want to know about them, I'm doing analyses right now. And one thing that you can see right here, too, is, yeah, like, you know, like I said, when you're analyzing, you look at like where your eye typically wants to go. Okay, so this is a scene that like moves you kind of like this. Your eye goes across the scene like that, from the middle and across. But look directly above me. You can see that I think you can make, it's like a digital picture. I don't know that that's like it reminds me of those screens. You know how you can have like a digital picture screen, so it's a screen and you could have like a ton of pictures. That's a selfie, you know, from the game, and it's this same Ditto character that's in the scene. So that's this Ditto character's selfie with the Pikachus, but used as decor in the house. So that's the thing, is that the house is going to have its own, like, decor system where you could put a picture up of your pictures that you take in the world. Does that make sense? Like, you take pictures in the photo mode and then have them as decor. Now, this was the other thing I noticed, is that there's paintings in the top right. So if my cursor's working correctly, it's up there. Again, I don't know why it's not showing for you guys sometimes, but yeah, there's going to be paintings. I doubt we're going to be able to paint whatever we want. So it's probably just a Pokemon like you think about Smeargle. You know how they have the little artist Smeargle in this one, Smeargle. So you're saying Vulpix? Did you see a Vulpix? I didn't even look at that. Did they have Vulpix and I missed it? But yeah. Little Pikachu plushies everywhere. They have actually a Minior light right here. And this is like artwork of all the Pokeballs. You know, you got Master Ball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Pokeball. Now, some of these, you know, these little Pokemon cookies and stuff, those could be from the games. There could be some like more obscure references in there too. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot you can get from these scenes. So there was Leafeon. Why do they keep doing this to me?
Available on March 5th.
We should actually check. Maybe it's its own video now. which would be better. I know that that's black right now. I'm just getting out of the scene for a second here. Let's see, videos. Yeah, they have the UK one. Okay, here you go, you guys. So now it's its own video. What that means is they've uploaded it on the Pokemon channel of just the Pokopia, so not the entire presentation, right? So this will be a lot better because we can now scrub much easier through the timeline. And I understand if anybody needs to leave, it's okay. We're now just kind of doing random brain work and analysis here, so don't worry, you guys. You're not really going to miss much because I'm going to make a video on this. So if you have to leave, completely understood. And I'll be ending within probably like the next 10 minutes or so. But yeah, I've noticed these little, it looks like light bulbs, you know, but they're just like growing out of the ground. So yeah, this scene had Toxel in it. I'm not covering him. Yeah, so Toxel right about there, that purple. So Toxel confirmed. Lotad, I think, might have been confirmed in one of the artworks and stuff. And so if you see a Pokemon's evolution or its base form, it does basically confirm that the evolution line is in the game. Because we've seen it so much that we can basically say that with good confidence, at least.
Seems like Ditto is working alongside other Pokemon to develop the town.
Right. Yeah, it was in the same frame with Charizard. Okay. Little Mariu, what's going on? Said the hat shows behind the tree. Okay, so we need to go back and try to see that.
It looks like Riolu wants something to eat too.
So we'll watch through here, kind of without stopping as much until we see something interesting that, like, we definitely need to stop on. Damn you, Greedent!
Huh?
I apologize to all the Greedent lovers out there.
Silhouette.
I'm just clearly not a Greedent person. Honey Badgering was like, Ditto? No. Remember when you had me doing that Jeff Goldblum thing, the life finds a way? Hello?
It sounds like everyone calls
I was like, Jeff Goldblum doesn't even say, hello, but I just, something in my brain kept making me think, hello? I gotta get a Jeff Goldblum impression down so I can do it. Right now it's just hello.
Will even power up your moves when you eat them.
Yeah, Honey Badgering's laughing. See, that was cool. There's Greninja up at the top. I guess we won't pause it, but yeah. So Greninja, like Sprigatito, we know about that. Again, they're gonna have probably all the first starters, which is good. The first partners. See, it's like I want to call them starters, but now Pokemon has been saying first partners. And so now I'm trying to use their terminology at my own expense. At my own expense, damn you. See, I love the like little plushies. You see how Riolu's standing there? So it's like acting like it is a plush. That might be to hide and seek, but like there were like 3 plushies. It looked like 4 though, and it was Riolu. See, Riolu's there blinking among the actual plushies. But the plush would have been a good idea to use Pokemon Friends, those yarn plushies. That would have been a great opportunity to like cross over the games. You know, they could have just taken the exact asset and like used Pokemon Friends. Those, but hey. I'm fine with them not doing a lazy thing, quote unquote, like not taking the easy way out. So there was a Wingull. I can't remember if Wingull and Pelipper were in there.
New encounters may
but yeah, Steelix, because we've seen Onyx before in the presentation. So yeah, this is where they just go super fast. So this is where, you know, there's going to be a plethora of things. So I'll analyze all of this, you know, kind of in a slower capacity here. But yeah, there's Girder, because we had seen Timber so much. Timber is like such a big thing. Vikavolt is in there. Is it Vikavolt or Vikavolt? There's a few Pokemon, not many, but a few that I never learned what's the correct pronunciation, where you put the emphasis in syllables. But right here above my crazy head was Vikavolt. Vikavolt. I think it's Vika. Good old Vicodin. So, this fountain also, I think I'm covering up. You can see there are certainly several fountains actually available for you in the game. Look at that. So, this fountain right here is the Pikachu surfing. And I remember one time it looked like it had a Ditto face. So, I don't know if you can Ditto face any of them. But down here It's kind of being obscured by the like button. Leave a like. But yeah, right there. You know, they'll have like a little horsey. There was like a Magby fountain. So I don't know what the boundaries are of that. Meaning, like, how many fountains do they have? Could you make one of any Pokemon? That would be nuts. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. I think we are going to pretty much leave it at that. I just go ahead and leave your comments here in the video, and we'll kind of get any last things out in the open that you guys want to talk about here. I, again, very much appreciate you. And yeah, I think mainly if you are concerned about, like, let's say, the Pokemon cards and whatnot, they have the 30th. So we know that there will be like kind of these reprint sets, you could call it, you know? So let's see what Pokemon Center. Yeah, so this is cool. So you guys, this is good that we analyze this before we leave too. I know that, I guess I can bring my head back in here. So this is cool. They call it opening scene, right? So these are some things on the Pokemon Center official website. If you have money to blow, I mean, it must be nice to just burn cash, of course, but like, notice how, oh, I wonder if these are actually in stock. They're probably not at all. Yeah, these are not in stock at all, man. It never likes when I use Firefox. I always have to use Microsoft Edge when I go to Pokemon Center. It's like, who uses fucking Edge? So yeah, try to see if some of these are in stock, man. I don't know if these are actually going to be in stock, these bundles of cards and whatnot, because this would be a great way for you to get some cards. But yeah, there's no queue on it, so it's not looking like they're in stock, because when this goes away, it says unavailable. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no cards in stock. But the reason I brought this up was because the opening scene is now here. So it looks like they have about, I don't know, what is this, like 10? No, that's 8, 9 little like products here. So opening scene just means literally what was the opening scene looking like in Pokemon games. And so this is some cool stuff. I'd want to get like a t-shirt or something like that. The mug would be cool. Yeah, there's like a little deck box for your cards or sleeves. I might get sleeves. That would be pretty dope, fresh. So yeah, anybody interested in that? That's a cool thing. Shambler, this is the product that I got. It was the bundle of the grass plushies, so I have some to give to my nieces and nephews because it comes with many. And a stacking tin that should have 3 packs in it. It was definitely overpriced, but I got it because I hate myself. So Shambler said, nice. This would be a good one, is the Emperor. If that ever goes back in stock, that's a cool little tin set right there. How about before I leave, I'll just open a quick cards for you guys here. Oh, let's see it. Nothing fancy. We'll grab one. All right. No one loves this set, but I love it. It's a Journey Together, so I'll just open a quick Journey Together. Do you guys want talk time? Do you guys want talking time? Because I have some things. I could show you guys some stuff. But that'll be the end of the analyses and stuff like that, so we're done doing analysis. If anybody was like, I'm just here for the analysis, I'm just going to go quick, okay, you guys? I'm not making this drawn out or anything. So it looks like we didn't get like a major hit. It was a Ribombi. And that typically happens nowadays for me. Okay, so if you vote on talk time, I am down. Otherwise, if you gotta go, then we'll not do talk time. Okay, boom, boom, and boom. All right, but basically what I'm going to do today is I'm going to get straight to analyzing. So, I know some people, Sailor Moon might not have actually seen the updated office right here. But yeah, Shambler was saying that I still have the 151 that I sent, which is great, man. As long as you can kind of keep that for a special occasion. 151, insanely hard to get a hold of. And so, people on the vertical, I think, are going to lose their stream. So I'd say come over to the horizontal. I'll give a, whatchamacallit, I'll give a link, for the horizontal. This will hit all of the chats, so yeah, no, that is fine. I'm sure we're basically in the last few seconds anyway, y'all. So again, you guys, thank you so much if you were here with me, and I'll just show a little bit around the room here before I get to hard at work today. So yeah, if you are on a vertical based live stream, feel free to come over to horizontal stream. Whoopsie boom. There we go. And I did get a tag from a local card group. Okay. They're talking about this Target location kind of close to me that might be restocking some ish. That would be nice, but I don't know, man. I can't ever catch this. If anybody is a fan also, maybe I can leave you with this if it's a good price. Okay, well, it's going in and out of stock, but if you are, I think this is just like a North American Amazon link. Temporal Forces. Maybe keep this up and just refresh every now and then if you want to and you're trying to get cards for a good price. If it goes, the right price will be $48.99, which is actually technically below like the MSRP. So if you are looking for an Elite Trainer box below MSRP, it would be Temporal Forces. It's not available right now, but it keeps going in and out of stock. So don't buy it for the $149 or whatever people are trying to sell it for. Those are resellers and shit. But yeah, it's been going in and out of stock according to some Discord here. So I put those two in the chat, but yeah, vertical, you're gonna lose your stream now, I think. So that one will go unlive here, and we'll just be on horizontal. Okay, you guys, so what we're gonna see here is just literally any kind of updates I can show you about The Office. There's not much, most of you who have been on the streams within the last, year have probably seen these. But I did get a binder just kind of for, I call it more legendary cards, right? So I do have this. I've been having to revamp my card storage system because I've been getting too many cards. So I'm probably a little crazy for doing so. But yeah, you guys, I wanted to show you. Isn't this binder fresh? Let me move my chat. So you're not going to be able to see too much if I keep the mic right there. But yeah, so like I put certain types in certain binders so that I could keep it hopefully more organized here. But it's like, these are like EX and higher, mostly other cards, like VEX and then higher cards. The one we got holds 900 and it's almost full. Yeah, so my card condo was like a big storage. I should show you this. And this is starting to get full on certain types. So my card condo there is very unorganized, but it's arranged by types. And so like the psychic, the grass, and I think the water are starting to get full. And each one of those holds 800 cards, so per type. So it's like a total of like 9,000 or something, I think, or whatever. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm taking all the best cards of each types and making sure that they're in binders, which is good. That's a better protection overall. And a binder like this that has the zip, and the side loading sleeves is better, not the top loaded sleeves. Now it's getting all technical and whatnot. But yeah, so I have some reorganization to do, unfortunately. Yeah, I have some crazy cool cards in here, and then some of them are just like kind of basic looking, like V's and stuff. But if there's anything really cool, yeah. So like Celebrations, for anybody that's more new to the hobby and stuff, this card is from Celebrations. So that's what it looks like. That's a card that actually existed before, but on the 25th anniversary for Celebrations, they did reprint this card, but put that Pikachu head you see on the right side in the middle. That's a stamp that has the 25th logo. So they'll likely have the 30th, it'll say 30 on the Pikachu's cheeks. So that's what you're going to be looking at for that. Yeah, it's like I got into water, electric, steel, or metal is what they call it in the card game for some reason. Dragon. Shamba said that's crazy. Yeah, we still got dragon. Okay, so it looks like grass. So I got my grass. Yeah, some of these are so dope. Look at that. The 151 Caterpie. I got that like 3 times. Oh yeah, I love this. So I actually pursued this card because I always loved it so much, but I wasn't opening then. And so this is just kind of an old school Ekans, but not like base set Jungle Fossil days, a little bit past that. But yeah, I love that Ekans card right there. So I was like, I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to put it in this binder. Yeah, we got a lot of good ish in here. I just traded a double to my son that was here. So I have a spot now that I can put something. And so yeah, I still have a few pages for these types, but then my fire and my fighting are down there, as well as my psychic. Those have their own binders. I have like a binder that's the 151 that came with the binder collection, the actual like box. That was a binder collection box. I have that for 151 master set. So, we trying to do it big. I'm a little too into the cards, I think. I think it's unhealthy. I think it's just because, I hate myself, so, I think that Elite Trainer box, someone should refresh it. It might be available. I keep seeing it go in and out. So, if you're on the ball, you could definitely get a good deal on that. I was able to snag it on, I think it was 3 days ago, maybe 4. So yeah, they're bringing it back, but I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are awesome. Anybody need to see anything behind me before we leave? I feel like it is largely what it looked like back in the days when you guys were seeing me streaming. So, yeah. All right, I was just seeing if there were any comments from you guys, but it doesn't look like so thank you so much, and I guess we will end it off here. And so again, be looking for Pokopia content next. Thank you, Galaxy's W Collection, I appreciate that. Shambler said, I love the morning stream. I like a good stream in the morning other than me being dead and whatnot. I didn't take any time to pretty myself up, so my hair is all kind of wonky and my makeup's not done. Honey Badger said, have a good day, Dr. K. You guys are very sweet. Thank you so much. I love having, much closer relationship with people. I'm trying to, think about just how much I really love you guys that have no matter if I take, 6 months away from streaming or something, and then you're right back there with me we're just old friends. That's how it should be, right? And emphasis on the old when it comes to me, and I know Shambler's feeling it, so he doesn't mind if I say Sham too, but yeah, oh, thank you so much. At Loon's Light, I love that username. 2020 said, have a great day. Yeah, you guys, the other thing, I feel like there was something that I added that I wanted to show y'all, but now I don't know what it is, and it keeps popping into my head, and that's why I haven't left yet on the stream. I have added certain things, it's just they may not be worth pointing out. I even did the deodorant of the Mario Galaxy movie. It's right there. And the Old Spice Castle Crush. The Peach. Yeah, man, there's so much ish back here. Still needs to get fucking cleaned in here. But yeah, okay. I'll finally end, okay? I'm gonna stop being a crazy. Yeah, so much love. You guys are the coolest. You guys are the coolest. Peace.